Confidence. Most people chase it like a drug, hoping it'll silence their fears. But true confidence is not loud. It's not flexed. It's silent, like a sword sharpened before the storm. Socrates once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." At first it sounds like humility, but in truth it's power. Because when you stop pretending to know, you start learning. And learning makes you unstoppable. Look around you. We live in an age of noise. Everyone projecting certainty, everyone performing. We've mistaken arrogance for confidence, volume for value. But when the world gets loud, the calm man becomes the strongest man in the room. Unshakable confidence isn't something you build in front of people. It's what you build when no one's watching. When you confront your fear, your self-doubt, your inner critic, and stand still without running. This is what the ancients knew. That confidence isn't a feeling, it's a choice of awareness. It's built through the mind's dialogue, the questions you ask, the truth you accept, and the lies you stop believing. Today, you'll discover 7 Socratic mind shifts that will harden your will, calm your emotions, and rebuild your confidence from within. Each one is a confrontation, not with the world, but with yourself. Not all battles are fought in the arena. Some are fought in silence, between who you are and who you could be. Number 1, the shift from approval to alignment. Confidence dies when you need people to approve of you. Because the moment they disapprove, you collapse. The weak man says, "What will they think?" The strong man says, "Does this align with my values?" This is the first Socratic shift, from approval to alignment. Every time you act against your principles to please someone, you weaken your own respect for yourself. And when self-respect dies, confidence vanishes with it. So ask yourself, is this action in harmony with my nature? Socrates believed that virtue is knowledge, that right action leads to right confidence. Because when your actions match your ideals, you no longer need validation. You become validation. Confidence isn't built by convincing others you're enough. It's built by living in a way that you would admire if you met yourself again. Alignment means your thoughts, words, and actions move in one direction. No split between who you are and who you pretend to be. When you achieve that, you walk lighter, speak calmer, move stronger, because the noise of approval no longer controls your worth. Number 2, the shift from fear of failure to love of correction. The insecure mind fears mistakes. The confident mind hunts them. The weak man avoids correction because it exposes his ego. The wise man seeks correction because it strengthens his truth. Socrates treated correction as refinement, not humiliation. To him, every error was an opportunity to see clearer. And clarity is the foundation of confidence. Think about it. A soldier who's never been hit doesn't trust his armor. He trusts it after he's been struck and still stands. The same applies to your mind. Every mistake survived is proof of resilience. Every correction accepted is proof of humility. You don't grow by being right, you grow by being willing to be wrong and remain unbroken. So shift your relationship with failure, from fear to curiosity, from defense to learning. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself? That question transforms every loss into a weapon, and confidence built through understanding can never be taken from you. Number 3, the shift from performance to presence. Most people perform confidence. They act certain, talk loud, move fast, but inside their hands shake. Socrates taught a deeper kind, presence. He never rushed to win an argument. He slowed it until truth revealed itself. Because when you are present, the need to perform disappears. Performance is about proving. Presence is about being. Confidence built on performance depends on how others react. But presence depends only on how deeply you see. The next time you walk into a room, slow your breathing. Observe before you speak. Silence your need to impress. That's presence. And presence commands more respect than any performance ever could. True confidence isn't about standing above others, it's about standing fully within yourself. Without rush, without pretense, without mask. You're not here to entertain. You're here to exist clearly. Number 4, the shift from comparison to competence. Confidence dies in comparison. Because every time you compare, you lose sight of your own path. The Stoics called it self-ownership. They knew that envy chains the mind to illusion, while competence frees it through reality. The opponent inside says, "He's ahead, you're behind." But the wise man replies, "We're not even running the same race." Competence, that's the key. The more skilled you become in your domain, the quieter the world becomes, because reality speaks louder than insecurity. Confidence is not arrogance, it's accuracy. It's knowing that what you've built, you've earned, and what you don't yet have, you can still become. When you compare, you're trying to steal another's reflection. When you pursue competence, you build your own light. Your worth isn't relative, it's absolute in the direction of your effort. Number 5, the shift from emotion to equanimity. Emotions are waves. Confidence is the ship. If you let every wave toss you, you'll never reach shore. But if you learn to steer, storms become your training. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. The insecure man reacts quickly, emotionally, blindly. The confident man pauses, sees the situation, breathes, and then decides. That pause is power. It's not indifference. It's sovereignty. Emotional discipline doesn't mean suppression, it means mastery. You still feel anger, fear, sadness, but they no longer command you. You realize, no one can make you lose control unless you give them that permission. When your emotions serve you instead of enslaving you, you move through life calm, centered, and unshakable. That's not lack of feeling. That's presence through feeling. Number 6, the shift from doubt to duty. Confidence fades when you wait to feel ready. But readiness isn't emotional, it's ethical. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Stop arguing what a good man should be one." Action is the cure for doubt. Duty is the antidote to hesitation. You don't need perfect timing, you need purpose. Because purpose pulls you through fear faster than courage alone. The insecure mind says, I don't know if I can. The disciplined mind says, it's my responsibility to try. When you replace doubt with duty, motion returns, and motion itself rebuilds confidence. A warrior doesn't wait for calm seas, he sharpens his blade because of the storm. Don't seek reassurance, seek resolve. Because confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the presence of duty, even when afraid. Number 7, the shift from ego to essence. Here lies the final shift, from ego to essence. Because ego is fragile, essence is eternal. The ego says, look at me. The essence says, remember what I stand for. When you operate from ego, confidence becomes brittle. One insult can shatter it. But when you live from essence, your confidence becomes quiet, steady, and untouchable. Ego demands recognition. Essence seeks contribution. The man of ego builds identity through comparison. The man of essence builds identity through character. You don't need to appear powerful. You need to be grounded. Because the deeper your essence, the less you need to defend it. Confidence rooted in essence isn't a mask. It's a state of peace that no praise or criticism can alter. When you reach that, you've built something no one can take. Now here are some tactics for unshakable confidence. 1. Strategic silence. Speak less, observe more. Let your composure become your reputation. 2. Reframing fear. Each fear is a map pointing toward mastery. Walk toward it. 3. Daily Stoic reflection. End each day by asking, where did I act from strength and where from fear? 4. Body discipline. Train your body. Physical order creates mental certainty. 5. Internal metrics. Measure progress by your consistency, not by applause. Confidence is a discipline, not a mood. Each tactic is a form of practice. The more you act in alignment with them, the more natural confidence becomes, not because the world approves, but because your own mind finally does. When others test your composure, don't react. That's your training. A Stoic warrior doesn't fight every insult. He decides which battles exist in his control. If a comment doesn't touch your character, let it fall. Control of emotion is control of perception. When you own your perception, you own your peace. Detach from outcome, detach from praise, detach from attack. Every time you remain centered, your power doubles. The weak man must shout. The strong man can whisper and still be heard. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And the moment you refuse to react, you transcend the game entirely. Confidence today isn't built in silence, it's tested in chaos. In the workplace where fear of judgment kills ideas. In relationships where overthinking breeds distance. On social media where comparison poisons clarity. These mind shifts turn the chaos into practice. At work, speak with purpose, not performance. In love, show steadiness, not control. Online, consume less, create more. In every field, the same principle holds. He who governs himself governs outcomes. Your confidence becomes your compass, quiet, internal, unbreakable. While others chase noise, you'll move with intent. And that's how Stoic confidence looks in the modern age. Calm eyes, precise words, relentless focus. So what is unshakable confidence really? It's not arrogance, not even belief. It's clarity, the ability to act without needing approval, without fearing loss. Confidence is not shouting louder. It's standing still in truth, even when the crowd turns away. Every shift you've learned, alignment, correction, presence, competence, equanimity, duty, essence, they all lead to one realization. You are already enough when you act from principle. Socrates believed that to know yourself is to free yourself. Because self-knowledge makes comparison meaningless, failure useful, and emotion temporary. Confidence is not built by the world's applause. It's revealed by your refusal to betray yourself. And when that day comes, when you walk through the noise calm, through doubt steady, through chaos centered, you won't call it confidence anymore. You'll call it peace. This week, test yourself. Don't chase confidence. Practice alignment. Seek truth. Act with duty. And you'll find that confidence was never missing. It was simply buried under noise. If this message struck something within you, comment below 3 words, I choose calm. Because that's where confidence begins, not in power over others, but in peace within yourself.